So what would you say, David, are the top things that are leading to these hits that our DNA and our genetics are getting that are aging us faster? And where do LifeWave, these patches, come into play? You already shared a little bit about that, but where does it come into play with protecting that DNA?
Yeah, so we've actually, well, first, I'm not a medical doctor and we don't make any medical claims.
Yes.
And because we are interested in longevity, telomeres is something that we do study. And
It is, and to your point with what you just shared, the last whatever 4 or 5 years with COVID, so many people were under just so much mental stress. There's still a few people that are still stressed out. Number one, turn off the news. You'll be less stressed if you just shut down the TV, turn off the news, and start listening to podcasts and conversations like this. So when we discuss, I want to discuss the patches. I want to share how I discovered it, if you don't mind.
sure.
Okay. About a year and a half ago, one of my clients I was working with, we're doing some heavy metals detoxification, some ketone fasting, and he shared a webinar with me on these LifeWave patches. He's like, "What do you think? Should I use this?" And I had so much going on that I didn't really have the bandwidth to really look into it. I thought it looked interesting, and I saw some of the studies, and I'm like, "Yeah, you might want to give it a shot. It looks pretty cool and promising." Anyways, it got off my radar. And then about 4 or 5 months ago, a gentleman named Dr. Lonnie Herman, who's a doctor here in South Florida, I interviewed him right here in my studio, not about the LifeWave patches, but he showed up with a whole bunch of patches. And of course, I'm asking about the patches and he's sharing it with me. And I'm like, oh, I remember learning about that. And he's sharing all these testimonials with me on the interview, sitting right back behind me here. And I thought, this is so interesting.